Lesion that doctors removed from President Clinton's back last week did turn out to be cancerous, but he should be okay, they say. It'll be tender for a while, and they are advising him to allow at least 3 days before having sex against a wall. That's... Okay. Now, Congressman, you are on the Armed Services Committee. Okay, I want to know what you and everybody thinks about this. The Army has totally remarketed themselves.
Yes.
Their slogan used to be all that you can be. Yeah. Now it's, I am an army of one.
And what does that mean?
I don't want an army of one.
I don't
have
an
idea.
But how is that any different from be all you can be? It's the same thing, right?
No,
not really. Be all that you can be is
be all that you can be is still an individual pursuit.
No. You guys. Be all that you can be is like a kind of ego place, but an army of one is sort of like, I'm going to be one with the army. You know? I mean, it's like the spiritual quest that people have been making is now translated into this army campaign. Because there are a lot of people who are really trying to advance spiritually and meditate and
the army
take herbs and do all this kind of stuff. And so now we're going to have an army of one.
Hey, can we get you? Can we get you to testify before the Armed Services Committee?
I'm telling you, I think it's brilliant.
We'll bring you to the Hill. We'll get you before Armed Services Committee, and you can give us this.
Army of one. Here we go. We're going to go into battle. We're all 18 and 17, and we're all going to kill ourselves because somebody up in the politician's corner says go. Okay. Yeah. Sure. All right.
But you got to think, if you're 16, 17 years old, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got to say what's going to suck you.
It doesn't sound cool to me to be an army of one because I don't want to be an army by myself. Just think if you go AWOL, you got to go look for yourself. You know, you got to blow the bugle to wake yourself up if you're going to be an army of one.
It actually.
What if you're gay? You know, you can't tell anybody and you can't ask yourself.
No, that's the army of one, you know.
Be an army of one. Be all that you can be is a slogan they should stay with. And that's
it sounds like a movie tagline, and that's what's attractive, and that's what sucks you in.
Well, then why not use Dude, Where's My Tank? Because the Army, I mean, either they're misleading these young men, and I hope they are, because the Army is not a place for one. The commercial, let me read the copy from the commercial, and you comment. The copy from the commercial, by the way, shows one guy, there's a bunch of soldiers marching in one direction, and one guy marching in the opposite.
Yeah.
I think that's called deserting. Okay. It says, even though there are 1,445,690 soldiers just like me, I am my own force. The might of the U.S. Army doesn't lie in numbers, it lies in me. I am an army of one. Ridiculous, right? It does lie in numbers?
It does lie in numbers, and it lies in discipline, and it lies in young men and women who decide, I'm going to set aside certain rights that I have as an American, go in, work together as a team, and sacrifice.
And what rights do you give up if you have nothing
People join out of
else?
self-interest. People join for college money or because they have nothing else better to do.
But that's what be all that you can be means, for the college money to be better.
But you know, this thing, though,
that's not what he's talking about.
It is, but you know, this thing, though, that we've done for 225 years has worked pretty well. I mean, as far as how our military has worked and how it's operated, because again, you can't have people going in there saying, I'm going to be my own person, because when that happens, people get shot. Now, I'm an individual.
People get shot no matter what.
More people would get shot. I could never be in the military. I respect them, but the people that go in the military don't have that individualistic streak, or they can't afford to.
But it gets beat out of
the You're from Washington, and speaking of people get shot, but you work in Washington, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, yeah. We know that, too. But why can't everybody in the Army get a vest? I mean, like a gun. What do you call it? Yeah. Why can't everybody get one of those so you get shot, big deal, you keep running?
I'll take that up for the next Armed Services
Because I don't understand why they don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
But isn't this advertising evil then? Because it is encouraging people to join for the exact wrong reason.
Advertising in any format has an element of evil to it. The whole concept of war is one of those things that you're sitting there
But it's not about war now. We're not talking about war. We're talking about
our government, our military.
Yeah.
the most important part of our country. That's why we have government, mostly, is to defend ourselves.
But isn't the key to just get them in the door, and then once you get them in the door, then you beat the teamwork issue?
You
know what?
And like you said,
you got to get them there somehow.
Like you said, if they are misleading, we hope they are, because I don't want one guy marching this way and everybody else marching the other way.
Exactly.
That's so. What about the guy who goes off and sets a bomb for the train tracks in the resistance in World War II? He went off by himself because he knew people. You know, this whole concept of you guys talking about war.
That guy thingamabob.
It is a guy thing. The whole advertising industry and the whole war thing. And
we're not talking about war.
You guys, can I just get a sentence out?
Yeah.
You get a sentence out.
Okay.
Hey, so where are you performing this week?
There you go.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Get us to this.
John. No, you can.
Let me get it out. I, as a woman, oppose the Army.
What's the guy being a woman?
I, as a man, think everybody should serve their country 1 year out of high school, then you'll be more disciplined and ready for college. I think that would be good.
But not everybody needs that.
Yeah,
I didn't need that when I got out of high school.
I, as a talk show host, have to take a commercial. All right. Now, just before we went on the air, it came over the wire that President Clinton has asked for 6 minutes to say goodbye to the nation on Thursday night.
I think that's great.
And the networks basically said to him, we'll get back to you. Well, by the way, they also announced that Friends gets an extra 10 minutes. Friends is going to be 40 minutes.
To compete with
this is the greatest president.
Bill Clinton can't get 6 minutes.
The greatest president this country has ever had. We've got to give him that time. I know CNN is going to do it. Yeah, he is the best president.
Greatest ever.
Yeah, how old were you when your mind got up and walked away from you? This is the best time. This is the best time to have ever lived in the United States of America. Am I right?
Well, I don't know if he's the best ever.
The best,
name somebody better. Name somebody better.
Only in Hollywood.
But why, not only in Hollywood, why can't he get some credit? Lots of credit for...
Because we live in a sexually repressed society. And nobody wants to deal with it, okay? We have sexual urges, we have our mind and our heart and our spirit, and all of us cannot deal with this energy.
Back to the spirit.
Yeah.
You know, getting back to the question, which I think you asked like a while back, these are the same networks that one of them, Fox I think it was, wouldn't show a debate because Dark Angel was premiering or whatever it was.
You're right.
That others wouldn't let Gore and Bush speak to the country sometimes after the election. And I mean, these were very important times.
It's all about
the networks have absolutely collapsed on their responsibility to report this. When I grew up in the 60s, my family watched Walter Cronkite.
Right.
We actually
knew
what
you grew up, there was only 3 stations, so you
had to watch that. But those 3 stations are still the stations that are most watched, the networks. They have, I think they've got a responsibility. And they should show Clinton just like they should have shown the debates and everything else.
It will come around. They'll do it.
I think they'll do it.
There are only people running these places, you guys. They're just only people.
And they're sexually repressed.
They're kind of like John. No, they're like John Ashcroft. They got their own agenda, and they want to kind of push it through. You know what I mean?
There's no agenda. It's a farewell.
It's money.
There's no agenda. Take a commercial.
It's Dark Angel.
Join us tomorrow when our guest will be actress Jane Seymour, journalist Ron Reagan, comedian Ed Driscoll, and political analyst Sheila Maloney.